What are the key metrics you use in Agile?
Yeah, as we discussed yesterday, it is related to velocity and then burn down chart and then burn up chart, and also related to the epic test cases coverage and the in progress and block tasks and cycle time,
Turn.
lead time.
Cycle time, lead time. Okay. Okay. What about automation test coverage? Automated test coverage.
It's like it's via pipeline. Some regression testing is done and coverage is
Okay.
given in the form of a report.
Okay. Anything like story completion rate? Do you have that?
Story point completion.
Story point completion, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, defect density is a common, right, for quality. And then bug trends, the trending bugs report. Is there anything that you guys do? Like what I mean is the open defects increasing over multiple sprints, right? It's a as part of a complete
Kind of a graph.
process. Ha.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Not on bugs, but yeah, incidents can be counted. Not specific to sprint bugs, but yes, incidents across a month are being shown in the graph. They are increasing. How many are open? How many are closed? Within SLA, out of SLA, breached. So all those things.
Got it. Got it.
Backlog health. How much story points we have in our backlog, or availability of work for next 2 to 3 sprints.
Okay. Okay. So my friends, when it comes to the metrics, okay, so this is the first quick thing. This is a quick individual activity we all can do. Okay. Now, let me bring that up on screen. Okay. First, the scenario is like this. Okay. Now, I'm sure you all can relate what I'm going to talk about, right? So let me bring the data set also, and it will be called as the sprint quality metrics. Okay. Now, this is a typical scenario, friends. Okay. And
You said sprint quality metrics, right?
correct, correct. Now, watch the screen, friends. Okay. So this is the early morning wake up call. Okay. A very interesting scenario. Okay. Quite real. Right. Now, it was on a Thursday, right? A team was working. Their what do you say? Supply chain logistics company, the same Blue Sky we talked about, correct? What happened was there was a sudden tension in the morning at 6:30, right? So they were all working in the sprint model, and the sprint 6, which was our last sprint, it is the most critical deliverable for them. Okay, the entire future of Blue Sky's new customer insights platform. They were actually building a customer insight platform that was about to be shipped, right? That was the last stage of the product, and sprint 6, it was about to be released. So far, we have completed 5 sprints, and 6th sprint is the critical deliverable, right? Now, a client, one Mr. Adams, right? He was very anxious. He called very quickly to the CTO of Blue Sky Technologies, and he was panicking because in the past history, the major deployments had gone wrong, right? So he was very panicky because he was also, every customer is like that. When they feel something has gone wrong consistently 1 or 2 times, he loses the trust and credibility, right? So he just want to make sure that the sprint 6 deliverable which is the critical one for Blue Sky's new AI customer insights platform, right? He is asking the CTO, right, the customer, I need to know, are you absolutely sure that quality is good this time? He's asking like this. And he wants a confirmation that, can you prove it to me before I commit to the next phase? Don't come to me with any lame excuses after that. Correct? Now, the CTO, Sandra, right, she calls for an emergency meeting. And obviously, the core set of people, stakeholder who are going to be engaged in that meeting are the Scrum Master and the product owner, right? So you are the Scrum Master, and she's doing a quick video call with you guys, right? She needs to update the uh, customer and also the her chief executive officer. She wants to have a confidence briefing, right? So the two major questions were, how confident are we about the release quality? And I need data. That means, can you back that up with real evidence from our past sprints? Whatever sprints that you are tracking, right? A typically digitally transformed situation, right? Now, all they had was, right, bunch of metrics. They put together all those. And the question is, how do you pull out a story, how convincing story in time? Okay, is the situation clear? This is more than a case study. This is a real situation, friends. All right. Again, I told you, right? Except for the company names and few of the terms and everything, I've kind of put together in such a way that it is a real time, but because of the privacy. Is the situation clear, all of you? So you as a Scrum Master, what you will do? Right? And here is the data. Sprint 1 through 5. Are you all seeing the screen? Seeing the metrics
Yes.
data?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you have planned story points, completed story points, defects reported by sprints, right? So they just need to mention, right? They need to you need to build that confidence, correct? A confidence briefing, that's the whole thing. So how confident are we about the release quality? What parameters you will use, right, to build that confidence about the release quality? Now, how you will approach this situation using this AI tool which we have learned. Now, since this is more data specific, what do you think will be the best?
Victor, Julius,
Julius.
Julius,
Analytics.
Julius, right?
data
Now,
analytics.
now the question comes is, how you will set the context, how you will represent yourself as Scrum Master, because you are the key point of contact now, right? Of course, product owner is the other person who will be invited, but you are the main presenter there. So how you will respond to these questions in a storytelling manner, right? This happened literally. These are the two people you are, right? Product owner and Scrum Master, right? So the CTO, a quality confidence report is being sought after, and this is the data, friends.
But I think for quality, we can take two things majorly, the defects and the coverage, which tells the most important part about the product.
Perfect.
So maybe we can tell Julian to analyze the defects and the coverage percentage and see if we can create a graph or a pie diagram on the basis of sprints, whether every sprint the defects have reduced and the coverage has increased or not, so that the deliverable product is more in line with the customer needs. That's
Right.
that's
Very
maybe
true.
one way.
So
can
my question to you right now, this is a bit of presentation related, right? How many presentation tools, AI tools you have used? Have you used any PowerPoint presentation tools?
Yeah, pa-
What is
not
the standard?
AI, PowerPoint only,
Hmm.
standard normal PowerPoint.
But AI, any AI tools, guys, anyone used? Can you mention me in the chat?
For creating a presentation.
Huh.
So napkin is one of that, no?
No. I'm saying in general, have you used anything of that sort? No, right? If you have not used, no worries. I'm just asking if sometimes people might be using something. Yes, Manoj has used Gamma, Canva, all those are perfectly fine, correct? So we will use one of the tools. It's a very straightforward tool. Okay. Again, because it is a presentation, it right now it is simulated, right? So we don't need to, what do you say? You don't need to add logos or anything. Okay, so gamma.app. Okay, if you click on gamma.app, it is a typical presentation, PowerPoint, right? This is the last stage, friends, meaning you don't have to do presentation in the beginning, right? Because you have to analyze the data, generate the graphs, whatever you want to, and then probably try to come to this gamma and make a quick presentation, right? So how you will use this, I'll quickly show you the tool first, if people who are not familiar, uh, uh, right? So click create new power presentation, right? This is the three options that you get from gamma.app. Okay. And then you can, all the discussions that you will have, right? The notes, outline or content you like, you can say that, right? I need to prepare a confidence report, right? My CTO approach. We are setting the context here. Remember the key components? My CTO approached me to prepare a confidence report. We are working in agile, right? I have bunch of sprint metrics. You give a complete comprehensive report. I leave that to you. I'm just showing you how. Okay. And this is the last stage, friends. Don't use it in the beginning itself, because beginning you have to analyze, and the data analytic platform is what you're going to analyze it, right? And then finally, you can even mention that the two questions that you had, mention those two questions, which I'm going to share it finally. And then all you need to do is, right, mention presentation. That's what you will do. And then this can be default, doesn't matter, right? A standard default you can do, and then you can continue, right? I wanted you guys to explore that. Okay. And make sure that you provide the context, task, format, everything very clearly. And that's once you generate the insights from Julius. Okay. So first task one is Julius, discuss first, right? Let's do this first thing as a team activity. Let's discuss as a group and then while take turns, right? Yesterday, whoever has done, you can take turns today and then put it together inside the Julius, understand the insights that Julius is giving, asking the right questions. And finally, when you get to know that you have enough data to be presented, you use that data, go to the gamma.app and give that context responses from the output of that and click on generate presentation. This is all you need to do. Is ours clear? Can I share the data set to you?
Yes.
Right? And you can also take down some more tools, friends, right? Gamma is only one for presentations alone. Okay. Why don't we do this, right? So let's try with Gamma, all of us. First, let's make use of our knowledge there. Then I will share, there are a couple more which are widely used, accepted in the industry also. Okay. So here is the data set. It's called Sprint Quality Metrics. Let me send the data first. And here it is. Okay. So quality metrics. And the two major questions which I talked about was and these are the two. Now that you all have how you generate a storyline based on the data is what we are going to explore, right? So 25-minute activity because you have two things to do, right? Or let's keep it as 30, no worries. Okay, so let's keep it standard 30 minutes because two major activities. You spend real time understanding, creating. Of course, I'll keep switching between the rooms. And then from there onwards, we would like to see the final output should be in the form of a presentation, and how you are going to present it based on what you've got is what we wanted to take a look at. Okay, so let me set up the team. Three teams, okay, assign automatically, create. 60 seconds. Okay. All right, friends.
It's going to be 4. Good
Hi
one.
everyone.
Yeah, hi.
Who wanted to present it today?
Anybody? I can present it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, Suresh, go
Okay.
ahead.
Good.
No,
Suresh, go
Suresh.
ahead. I think because yesterday whoever has actually presented, take a step back, and then whoever has not presented, yeah, you can take this opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Mm. Let's start with, I think you're able to see my screen, right? So we'll use Julius for the data analysis. Yeah, correct me build the prompt.
So we are not going to build the charts here, no? Charts we will build directly in the that Gamma app, right? Or here.
No, that is only for presentation, I guess, right?
So we
Correct.
will create the charts here and then export that information to Gamma. So it will just create. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Improvement in quality of delivery, or you wanted to mention the quality?
Yeah. Okay.
And then
The quality.
Oops. Okay. No. Oh, it already prepared. I didn't complete it. Okay.
oh, did you submit that? This is the raw
Okay,
data only.
this is raw data only, right? But
Yeah.
I lost the whatever I typed. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Analyze the
So here we
data
have to first
and
attach and then write the prompt. That's
Mm,
what it looks like, right?
yeah.
I think you can scroll up. You can see the thing which you already written on top. No, you cannot scroll up.
Yeah, I'm not able to. But anyways, I
Okay,
think
fine,
let's
fine,
continue.
fine.
Dif-
Yeah, sure.
Create different charts to show improvement in quality of
The delivery.
delivery. Include all parameters like reduction in uh, number of defects.
You can we mention indicate top 10 KPIs or something?
Okay.
I mean, if this is almost like you're restricting what they want to. I'm just saying include all parameters, right? Okay, you are trying to say that what kind of
Example.
chart? Okay. As an example, you can say that give me
Removing them, then we can give it example. Okay.
include top 10 key performance indicators.
Okay. Great.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Use latest agile quality metrics.
Hmm.
Hmm. Latest agile quality metrics.
Use latest
That's it,
to
right?
build the chart or to build the charts, right?
Uh,
Okay. That is fine.
to prove the
Okay.
okay.
Hmm.
Let's see.
We only want to know the positives, right? We do not want to know if something has gone downhill.
No, I think it's better to be transparent, right? Like if if we just say it's all
Yeah.
good and finally if something.
Yeah. We need to know anything which has gone downhill as well, and we can also show them that this is not, and we have some strategy to fix it or something like that.
Yeah. Why I said is like we can actually see a number of defects or reduced number of defects fixed has improved, velocity has improved, and everything has improved. Right? Yeah, let's see. Okay. Should I?
Yeah.
Why it has prepared so? Okay. See here it has made. Let me analyze the key metrics and improvements achieved. Velocity, okay, gradual improvement. Defects reported and resolved. Improvement there, right? And test coverage improvement. Quality, code quality has improved. Automation coverage has improved. Burnout rate percentage.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, that is also improvement. What about this one?
You checked. You check
Okay,
this.
it's no, I scroll down, but okay, it shows almost the same.
Okay, what
Here
is the
there are
write
two
up?
more.
Okay.
Here there are two more: story point completion and defect resolution rate.
Okay. What does all this write up can for? There's a lot of things in written also. Based on the there are several key indicators. Okay, team shows consist. Okay, whatever chart they have gotten, they wrote.
They have also summarized it basically.
Summarized.
Okay, so I think it is good if we, yeah. Do you think this data is enough or? these charts are enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go fancy, we can use that other app. What was that?
Okay.
Picto chart or something. But otherwise, I think this not picto chart.
Claudie. Claudie
Claude,
will give a
huh?
little more fancy.
Fancy. But I
Yeah.
think otherwise, for a quick confidence
Yeah.
presentation, this should be
All
fine.
the things are covered
Yeah,
here.
up,
Mm.
huh? Everybody else, what do you think?
No, this is
Think
enough. This is enough.
this is enough. Should
Is
we
enough?
ask
Okay.
any further question to it, or this is enough?
No, this is enough.
I
Okay.
think this. Yeah. Okay.
Now we have to copy paste all of it and then put it in that Gamma app, right?
Yeah. Okay. Paste in text, right?
So
Hmm.
how's it shaping up?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have generated reports. I mean charts and the reasoning. It looks good. We can see all parameters. There is improvement over the sprint. So we were thinking like, should we visibility of the graph, should we make it in this one, Julius, or should we try in Gamma is one thing.
No, that's fine. That you can, take
Tune.
take an input from here now. All right.
Mm.
Now your focus is on how do you demonstrate this confidence in front of to the CTO. You are actually preparing her to meet the customer, big shot and her leadership.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go in that direction.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, the first step, I think we got these 8 charts and all of them are proving that it's going good.
So you have to explain that. You see that, right?
Okay.
As
Okay.
if
Yeah.
this is a real-time scenario where you are actually coming in front and then discussing about it.
Okay.
Momita, have you been through any such scenarios?
Of okay, getting pulled into a meeting to demonstrate confidence. Yeah, so recently we just
Maybe if not now, sooner or later you will be. It's a
no,
good
but
thing to be.
there's a so I was talking about the team for which we did the retro, right? So it was in forming stage that time. Now they have their first big release. So that it's a
Oh,
huge release per, the span is like 12 days, lot of teams involved. And every team is going into staging some days. So yeah, so there we have, we had to build some charts and then so I had actually played a role in the backend. I had given all the details and shared it with, but yeah, I couldn't do it here. I did all of it by pivot in using pivot in this
agreed.
our you know Excel sheets. So that's obviously has taken a day or something for me, and this can be done in just like you have to just write a prompt. So what are we doing?
Yeah, correct. So we're just going to, see, one of the thing is automating your routine tasks, right? You are finding ways to actually, these are all automated stuff which otherwise would have taken, consumed a lot of time.
Yeah, so we have an end of sprint report that goes. So it is a formula. Like we have a Excel sheet where formula. We have to give the completed points. We have to give the planned points and all this data, and then it takes the average and all those things. It does, and it generates a graph. And then we paste it there in the email, and so yeah, there's a lot of manual work there.
Cool. Okay,
Quite.
let's see how you guys are, taking it from here. Okay, good luck. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody has the description? Is it here?
In text.
This one, right?
We have it in the chat. The
Okay.
questions you're asking for it, right? Team reason we need a
mm.
confidence briefing.
Okay.
Something that he wrote in Gamma was my CTO approached. He wrote, this is the statement that he wrote. My CTO approached me to prepare confidence report. We are working in agile. I have bunch of sprint metrics. This is what he had written. So I had just written the same in Gamma.
Okay.
Yeah.
My CTO approached me to prepare conference report.
On full stop. We are
Mm.
working in agile,
Yeah.
comma, I have bunch of sprint metrics. And then from there we can build maybe. I have bunch of
Okay.
or do we need to build anything? I think this is good, no?
Yeah.
No, okay, these two questions.
Yeah. This is situation. Let's give task.
Ask.
Yeah. Uh, or I don't know if we have to use all this or just confidence report is also fine, I guess. How do you guys see?
I think that's okay. Transfer, confidence or other word.
Instead of report, I'll say presentation only, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can also mention that highlighting for the current sprint. I am not sure whether it's do it here or it's in the earlier application itself. If we
Mm.
because the main ask is about the current sprint, right? Of course, we are visualizing it overall data, but if we can specifically highlight it, it's more good in the presentations.
Okay.
Current at the end of current sprint, there is this big release. That's what it is, or current sprint. If we are in an active sprint, then we will not have the metrics, right?
We are actually completed this sprint, but our
Okay.
custom client and client and CTO need more confidence about the delivery related part. So very specifically, it is very high important sprint, the sprint 6 example or something he mentioned it.
He didn't give that document, right?
The document he provided, I mean, document he
Yep.
haven't provided. Yes.
Yeah, hi guys. No,
Oh,
no,
he-
that was only a scenario depiction. The core questions is what I gave you, right? So,
Yes,
friends,
Arun.
the way how you need to see this is the thinking you need to have. Here, you should not copy paste that questions here directly. This is PowerPoint presentation. That
Okay.
means
Okay.
that means you can tell that you are preparing a confidence report, right?
Mm.
It's okay. You are actually trying to extract the data from Julius now.
Mhm.
Build that,
From
share that insights. Yes. And I got, these are the below insights I received.
Okay.
Okay. Then paste those insights you got from Julius. You understand? Now you're using a different, you can't use the same language we are using there.
No. Okay.
That's how it is. And then let's see how this is building up. Okay, I'll come back.
yeah, sure, Arun. Suresh, we have to copy from that other application, whatever the data we got it, and we have to paste
Okay.
it here.
Yeah. Chart and also the whole thing, right? From here.
Based on
all.
analysis of the sprint quality metrics, yeah.
Okay.
So implement delivery quality. Yes, that's it. Great. CTO approached me to prepare a confidence report. We are working in Agile. I have bunch of insights given below.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And now we can say this is still relevant, right? Prepare a
Yes.
confidence
Confidence presentation to give him confidence that there is improvement in different metrics and the big release would be successful, and give a nice beautiful presentation with the different colors and all those parameters
Mm.
we use it, right? You can
Yeah.
mention it.
I mean that it should do. It's presentation app only.
Yeah, it should do,
And I
but
think
it's not nothing wrong to mention it as well, right, Amita?
remove the task, it may create problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try it.
Yeah. Then situation also we don't need, right? I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's there is yeah default. Let's see.
Eight cards. I think it is going to generate 8 cards. In the down, it has mentioned it.
Hmm.
Scroll down, 8 cards. I can see.
I think it's still generating. Is it? No.
No,
Or
no.
maybe
You have
we
to click
should
on
go.
continue. I think continue. We have to click. I think in the down, you have continue button.
Is it?
Yes.
In the end,
I just did it. It will ask the format. Continue. Click on continue.
continue button is there.
Okay. This meeting thing was blocking.
Yeah, now it
Okay,
will
okay.
ask how you want to reconcile. And
This is a theme preview. Okay. You can get these by
Okay.
typing
This is body
professional.
text. You can change.
I think this is something related to the metrics and agile thing, right? We'll try to select something if it is there in the
Okay, here we'll select
pick
theme.
a theme.
Ah.
We have on top generate as well, right? What it will do? We have an option to generate.
we just
Click
have
on
to
that.
select the look and feel, and then it will generate according to that.
Okay.
Shall we take professional and what is
Colorful
this
as
thing?
well. We can look for colorful as well.
Colorful. This one.
Okay.
Okay. This is a body text. You can change your fonts colors. Okay. There is a smart layout at primary button.
This is just a sample. Showing you
Okay.
the
So
sample.
just we'll click this, right?
Yeah,
Primary button.
I think generate we have to
No.
click. Right
Yeah,
side,
generate.
Yeah.
right side, generate.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. So summary is okay, right? Summary looks okay. The last slide, but in between, yeah, my feeling is like we should be able to see the
Right.
chart fully, right?
So
Can
I have
we?
one thing. Can you go
Huh.
to the end? What is this box coming? This behind.
Okay, Gamma uses cards to contain your content. Cards are similar to slides pages, okay? They can grow or shrink to fit your content. They can grow. So cards can grow.
I think accordingly how we edit our images and all, according to that it will grow and shrink.
Uh, mm.
Okay. Can you come down? No, they even highlight that if you want to remove that, we can that blue button, right?
We should
Right.
click something here. I'll give next here. Every card is made up of editable
It's
blocks.
just
Okay,
giving us,
that's it.
yeah.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Story
Yep.
point completion and velocity, okay. Completed story point, high completion rates, okay. Yeah,
So
okay.
this is good.
Yeah. Next slide. Can you go to the next slide? 2.
Okay, this one, delivery
You can
predictability
click
and
on the
reduce.
left side slide view also to go to the next. Yeah, slide 2.
Yeah.
Click on the slide 2.
No, we saw slide 2.
Okay, what is slide 1 then? Okay, title.
That
Okay,
is
slide.
just title.
Yeah. Okay, slide 3. Data
Defect management
management.
report.
Okay.
Defect volume reduced, resolution rate improved, and density. Yeah. Then we have this one.
Quality metrics advancement. This also is not bad. It's okay.
No, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Can you come next?
Team health and
That's
sustainability.
reduced 10% to 4%. What is this donut chart depicting? Just it doesn't do anything, right?
No, yeah, it doesn't.
It
Yeah,
doesn't do
correct.
anything. It's a useless diagram. Just I
Yeah.
don't think so. It is depicting any okay,
Correct.
let's go
You're
next
right.
and see.
Yeah.
This one we need to address.
Here we
Yeah.
have a problem. How to
So
fix this?
here fit image, yeah, fit
Fit image,
image.
yeah. Let's okay. Now we
We
can.
uh,
Now this
or
is fine.
yeah, we can do it
Yeah.
like
This
this.
is yeah. Correct. Next,
Little more bigger? No.
this is fine.
Yeah.
Predictability, higher predictability, income cost, windows technical.
Higher predictability, reliable sprint outcomes, improve planning accuracy, reduce technical debt.
Sorry. The last slide, right? Summary and next steps. Do we want to have a summary or we want to end in the slide before?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, let's
Have it?
maintain quality focus, continue test coverage and automation, enhance team sustainability, prepare for release. No, I think we don't need
We
this
don't
test.
want this way,
Yeah,
because we are
yeah.
going with the whatever we done is all good. So why do we want to tell them? We can tell them what is our next steps in terms of release, like some release timeline and everything, release document, deployment documentation, all these things we can.
I think
Yeah.
that is not a interested topic here for the presentation. It's they are only interested about quality metrics, right? We can
That's
remove
why
it.
this last slide is not.
I just had a question, like if they ask, according to the first question, how confident are we about the release quality? So how we will answer according to this PPT? How we will answer that we are confident? Which slide will show?
Super. Nice, good question. Okay, how confident are we is the first question, right?
Yes.
We have this one matrix, right? That the quality matrix. Which one was that? Code quality. Improved rating.
Here we have increased from
Yeah.
80% to 92%, ensuring robust validation and code quality is increased,
Automation coverage.
and automation coverage.
Defect volume is 10 to 5.
Reported defects after.
Resolution rate has improved. Maybe the last slide can be like how he said, right? A summary of all a pointer kind of thing, right? Few points to summarize.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
4-5 points to summarize that. These are the below, like 5 reasons we are confident.
Yeah, what was those questions?
Can we not rework on this through AI only? Let's not edit. There's an AI button at see top. Above summary. No. Go to the last slide.
Above summary you have, yes.
So click on the slide. Yeah, above summary.
Third
there-
one.
Oh,
Third one.
this one.
Yes.
Edit with AI.
Okay.
Let's go there.
Okay.
Shorter, be more specific, break into
Summarize specific to the
Add a
quality
smart
Add a
improvement
smart
points.
summary. Yeah.
add a smart summary last below. You go
Scroll down, you have
scroll
in the
down.
last.
Last.
You don't need to
Oh,
write
this
it.
one, that.
Add a
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
mean, default one we are trying to use it rather
let's
than
do that.
asking it. Let's see.
Not
It's,
yet.
Same thing.
no, it's not worked it.
Yeah, not work.
We will
No,
ask.
yeah, I think uh,
Add a summary based on the
Above.
quality update summary to answer below points about the release.
Hmm?
So let's try all our
Yeah,
experiments.
let's try.
Chat with AI. I think that
Yeah.
is different. You click the different one, I
okay, okay.
think.
Mm,
Again, you have to type.
yeah. Uh,
We have last 6 minutes. Is everyone able to see the time?
yeah.
No, not on my window. I think it is also showing for you, or it is only showing for me.
No, it is showing for, it's for everyone.
I actually enabled it, so this is first time, so I'm just asking how it's working.
No, can you ask it not to give the next steps? I do not need next steps. I need only summary.
Can you
Right?
write like give a summary analyzing the above data provided in the above slide?
Okay.
Okay, super.
Give only the summary.
Yes.
Only summary. Provide only summary.
Provide only summary. Yes.
Or in bullet
only.
points. Bullet points would be better, no? Or we can do it like that only. Okay. Provide only summary based on above based on the charts in above slides.
And answering below questions, no?
Yeah, let's try. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. But which below questions?
The 2 questions which was
These two.
posted in the chat. So he's
These two
pasting the
questions.
same. How confident we are about the
will-
release?
Remove the
Okay,
second
okay.
point.
Let's see. It's okay. Like he
Okay,
wanted
okay.
to put it.
Yeah.
Okay. Back that up with.
Why is it not changing? We have strong release quality grounded in.
I think
Edit
this.
manually.
Okay.
Now edit manually. Let's edit manually.
Or do we ask Juliet only to summarize and
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
That is
I think
better.
that's the best thing. And summarize them, huh?
Yes.
What do you think?
Now at the end, ask it like now convert this into PPT points or PPT format.
Which one? Okay.
Yeah.
With bulletin points, I think we
Yeah.
can add that as well.
Now convert the above data.
Convert the
Above data.
okay, above summary into
PPT bullet points for the presentation. Which one is better? I suggest more better one.
no, actually, these are like bullet points only, right? Already.
Or
Convert
write
the above summary
convert
into.
the above summary into PPT format so that we can get more precise
Yeah.
points.
Convert above summary to go as a slide in PPT.
Yeah, you can write that.
With bullet points, I think. You added it?
I mean, that's what it means.
Julius can create slide. I mean
No, no,
visualization.
No, the
no,
data.
no, it can't.
The data which
Data
can
only.
be pasted it in the PDF in a
Yeah.
easy
Oh,
way.
okay.
That's what we are trying
Convert
here.
Okay, it has given a very elaborate kind of summary, is it?
Okay. I think
Yeah.
we should copy. How much time is there? That is also important. Huh?
10
Oh, we
seconds.
don't have time.
Last 10
Oh no.
seconds.
Last 6.
Oh no.
It's
Okay.
okay. I think you will get time because we are second batch, right? So meanwhile, you can try it. Last 1 minute. We are close.
Yeah,
Let's
submit
see.
that. Yeah.
I'll just submit. We'll see what. Okay. Delivery performance, story points increased. This one, consistent defect management.
Why is there no picture? Remove that picture part. Yeah, delete. Yeah. Where are the other points? They are there? No. Yeah, this is good. No? The predictability.
But it did not cover all the things
All
actually.
the points, yeah.
It
The
took
first two.
first two it took. So we have to choose what we want.
No, we can generate another 2 slides then to capture the.
Recording in progress.
Are you all back, team?
Yes.
I see one more. Okay, 4. Fine. Okay. Room 2. Want to quickly present?
Yeah, we thought we are room 2, so we are the second one. So we have some time.
We just come up with some ideas in the last minute. So let's just take, we need to go second.
Okay, so room 3 was done, I believe.
Yes. So, would you like to show?
Yep. Bring that out, the presentation, because end of the day, what matters to me is the presentation, right? So friends, again, it's a very interesting activity, right? Let's take a look.
Okay. Manoj, would you like to speak?
No. You bring it up. See, we don't, in this context, friends, we don't need to talk about Julius at all, right? Neither when you are in the real time, right? You are meeting. We don't need to bring up, how you analyze, what you analyze. These are your productivity building measures, right? You can use any number of. End of the day, what matters to the leadership is all what you need to focus on. Correct? So now, in that context, yes, right now, the need is what? So let's think about, let's take few steps back and take few deep breaths. Yes, I want to help CTO convey the message to her leadership and the customer that Sprint 6 is all good with quality. We are perfect. We are ready to go. And here is my confidence report. Got it? That's how the ultimate conclusiveness should come. The rest of the things are all evidence, right? How you analyze, what you did, they're all evidence. They're all supporting facts like in a courtroom, correct? So that's how it has to be, friends. Okay, let's see. Number one. So now how you will present this, Manoj, how you will approach this, given the context, yes. Images, pictures, and right, they're all making sense. Related to, correct? In the real world, you will have your company logos, the supporting images, perfect. Okay. What is your ask? What is our aim? Confidence report, right? So that has to be the title, right? So yes. Yeah, release readiness analysis, you can just fine tune it to ensure that is a confidence report. So with supporting evidences for the city. Okay, next. Next slide. Yeah. How many story points? Now you're giving the storyline, right? So how you started, what are all the things you analyzed and reporting? You are reporting the various velocities, correct? Honestly speaking, these need not, they can be present in the slides, but need not be an important factor, right? So yeah, you can tell these are all the parameters you used for analysis. I took sprint velocity, right? I was looking for something like that. Remember, so I took into consideration the sprint velocity and all the other parameters, the deferred reports, right? The deferred trends. These are all the parameter I considered. Then, and here is my ultimate finding. Are you getting it, friends? As I told, I am not preparing you for tomorrow. I am preparing you for the next 5 years. Right? Let's continue. Okay. See, this is a classic one. Right? Oh. Defect analysis. What are the critical bugs and what are all the things? Okay, this is fine. Test rates. Okay.
What was the left side part? It didn't come in completely, got cut off or something?
No, that was a picture, Momita. That's the picture which came.
You will find, especially when you're using images from the free versions, you will have a lot of spelling mistakes in the images, right? So that's why we don't rely on images taken from the AI tools directly, right? That requires some advanced versions, right? The new models and everything. And you have dedicated sites for image generations, like DAL-E images, we call Mid-Journey, we call it as, right? We have dedicated sites. These ones are purely for, supporting statements. So that's why they have created some free, you can see, right? It doesn't even make sense. Cratavis. The spelling, it will be wrong. They are just using some of their own existing images or maybe cooking up something. That's how it. We have to change these images in real time. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, see, this is a very important slide. Right? What are the quality indicators? This is confidence building slide. The others are actually supporting. They're not the slides which you need to present it to a CTO. Now, friends, let me, right? Remember, even yesterday I told if you want to, I don't know if I told you guys, right? If I want to catch, if a police needs to catch a thief, how should he think? How should he think?
Think like a thief.
Next level of thief.
Right? Or maybe the next level of thief. Yeah. You basically think like a criminal itself for actually nabbing a criminal, right? In all sense, right? That's the approach. If I want to present it to a CTO, I got to know for what she needs, isn't it? So there is no harm in asking, what are you going to do about it? Now, in this case, it is clear. She wants to present it to her leadership and the customer guy, the big shot, vice president or whoever it is. So we are prepping up as if I am the CTO. So I'm wearing the cap of CTO. You now tell me, this is the skill, my friends. This is the big empathy skill we need when it comes to working in our IT sector. Whom are we building it for? So this is a very classic where I'm telling these are all the quality indicators I took into consideration, and based on the data from last 5 sprints, this is my conclusion. All right. Is that it? And confidence level summary. Beautiful. High. So your ultimate evidence, perfect. See, this is a very classic slide. Release confidence, high. Good to go. Thank you. Right? That's the message we are giving. And evidence is test pass rate, stories complete 95%, no regressions detected, declining critical bugs, 0 in the last sprint, which eventually is done. Right? These are all the beautiful evidence points, friends. Right? And next is, if they are bothered, they can take it. Otherwise, if they are not bothered, they don't need to worry. Right? This is more like a confidence to the CTO that, hey, we are all in the right track. I'm going to build the next release races. I'm going to consider these parameters. That's always good. You're giving her extra. She asked for cake. You're giving a cake with a cherry. You got it, right? Okay. Any more slide? That's it.
That's it, yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice. Good exposure. Very nice. Right. So you take down all the notes, my friends, whichever I'm talking about. You can rewatch my videos, right? And I'm sure even after 5 years, this is a lifetime access for you. Even after 5 years, you watch this video and tell me whatever I said at that time makes sense or not. Right? Why 5 years? Let's even talk about 1 year from now. Look at the skill needs that is going to evolve. Right? Yeah. So team 2, are you ready now?
Yeah, we are ready. Let me share my screen.
So I'll keep randomly, so when I do workshops, right, this is my practice.
Okay.
Because I know when I go for sequence, everyone will be waiting for. Yeah. Beautiful. Agile conference delivery report is supporting images. Okay. Okay, come.
Yeah,
Presentation mode.
somehow it is little slow. Maybe I'll just exit the presentation mode.
Presentation, yeah, no worries. Let's go with a normal slide.
Yeah.
I have this problem too.
Okay. Yeah. So different metrics which
Okay.
test coverage, code quality.
Beautiful. So these are all the decision-making parameters. Story point completion and velocity. Okay. These are all the evidence that you are giving to tell that. We are good. Okay. Performance metric visualization. Keep scrolling down. Nice. Okay. Technical excellence, team health. Okay. Release confidence high. See? Very beautiful, right? Release confidence ultimately is high, technical health and team, right? That's okay. These are all the parameters. Beautiful. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice job. Beautiful. Okay. So back, so 1.
Amit, you want to project yours or?
Yeah, Lokesh, go ahead. The PowerPoint alone is good.
Yeah.
Right, supporting images. Okay. Executive summary. Did you see difference, right? So friends, whenever we are presenting, right, I buy the teams in whatever, let's take into consideration all the best practices, right? So you just saw best practices from the last 2 teams, right? What to be done, what not to be done, isn't it? One thing is you can add from this, the takeaway should be here is the executive summary. End of the day, I'm presenting an executive, so I need to provide an executive summary. Overall, right? I think there is one more team who shot this, correct? So the title can be kept like executive summary. Good. Okay, metrics trends, right? So these are all your supporting statements. Yeah, defect analysis, for quality focus, key achievements. Right? This is a eye-raising slide. Right? What are the key achievements? Right? Before I tell you that evidence and recommendations. Yes, the evidence is that drop, team capacity, burnout, correct. All good. And finally, next. Do you have the conclusive thing, Lokesh?
No.
Yeah, the conclusion is important. That you would have seen from the other, right? You can pick that slide from the others.
Yes,
Remember?
yes.
That's the approach we need to do. It has to have a conclusive next steps where it says confidence rate is high, because that's what they are looking for end of the day. We have to think in those terms. We need to build that skills of empathy. All right, thinking in from a customer side, thinking from the other stakeholder side. Very, very critical skill. How has your experience been so far, friend, on this particular episode? Isn't it? So how much of your work has been automated? How much of your findings, supporting tool, use supporting AI system is providing you, including presentation, right? So this is
Question here, like how secure is this app? So if I use a free version and give my all data to get strip in a visualization structure and then create the presentation. So how should I convince maybe our organization, or how can we use it effectively? I don't know, because not all
how
of these
many,
will be
yeah, so
allowed, right?
no, absolutely. Momita, there is no workshop that I've handled till date where I have not been asked this question.
Yeah.
Right? Because when it comes to AI, the standard apprehension that people have, right? More than 100 workshops so far, right? 125, I don't have the exact count though, but I'm just on a, you will note, this has been a consistent question, right? The security part, the privacy, what will happen to my data? So the way how I would approach to this, or my standard response is, first thing is, friends, all the tools that we are sharing, they are all standard industry-wide adopted tools, right? So you're not representing your company and attending this workshop, are you? No. This is called business to consumer model, right? Where you are all coming from different organization through different referrals, coming together, right? Looking for a learning, which means it's a completely diverse set of audience. Now, the thing is, If I used to handle corporate workshops, right, where I go in person, deliver it, where there is a specific need for that corporate and enabling AI for them. I did that last 2 weeks back in Bangalore, right? So there, when I go and say, once all the sessions are done, I mention that these are the tools for which you need to buy the enterprise licenses for. That way, they get legally bound by the data privacy aspects and everything, right? Whenever we buy those specific tools, there will always be handshaking part, right? That's always the case. Now, when it comes to people like us, right, coming from diverse backgrounds, attending the part, I used to give them a simple ways is, if you want to upload data, right, make sure none of those data are identifiable by the company, by any company name, or by an individual, or by any entity for that matter. Say, for a simple example, what is your, if you don't mind, Mamita, what is your team name? Agile Sprint team name. You can just say one name, a real name.
Okay. Content Lexi.
Okay? You should avoid that.
Okay. I shouldn't have told you also.
No. That's okay. You can telling me and this friend one,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. What I'm telling is, when you're uploading the data where you have your content, that names, we should change that to different names. Like, you saw me, right? I gave you sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. These are real sprint data. I changed it simply to keep it as sprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make it generic, right? No logos, nothing should be there which are personally identifiable information. We call that as PII. Right? So that's one. Okay. Then the second aspect is no references to clients, no references to any of the data. So how do you identify? First of all, that is something that we have to intervene ourselves, because we carry that critical thinking sense. You understand, right? Now, for the example you said, it's okay. No, this is our team, so you can easily share. It's not going anywhere outside. So when you name that content, we don't want anywhere, even that is generic. Honestly speaking, Mamita, the name that you said, nobody can claim it is yours, isn't it? I can have the same content name. Who is bothered about it? But to prevent even, I'm not giving any room for any, uh, any privacy here. So I would go ahead and convert that into a non-identifiable names, and then upload the data, generate the graphs. I use it here, change the names back, and then tend to do one. So if you have handful of data, you can do it manually, isn't it? But what if you have thousands of data? So that's where automation thing comes in. Have you all heard of Excel automation? Scripting. So I involved in scripting is not part of this program though, but scripting is basically, again, we don't need to know the programming language. You just saw how Julius is creating. Similarly, we can use the AI tool to create the script and get the job done. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, right, in the basic sense, we don't need to learn the program, but at least we should know how can I use it properly. How do I use it to generate a program which will help me to demask the data, right? So those are all the advanced level AI part where I cover those topics. right? Where people who are very much skeptical about the data, I'm just showing them the way how I can demask the data. Right now, you can, if it is an Excel, you might want to rather hide it or give another name, change it and get the job done. Right? You can do map, control F, replaces and all those kind of things. And client names should not be present anywhere, right? Sometimes vendor names will be there. You can keep all the vendor names as vendor 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it generic, submit, generate, done. If you still want to go with the data as it is, you have to seek the permission from your leaders, get the proper license, get a legal, approval or anything, and then using it effectively. Those are the 3 ways we can get it, right? Others, any questions on this? Is a very classic question, right? Very standard questions I get. Any more on this? I suppose it gave a good exposure experience actually, correct? In building presentations. Shall we move on? More interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So consultative skills, isn't it? Now, who is a consultant? Who is considered to be a consultant?
Business analyst, product owner.
Anybody who is providing solution to anything.
Yeah.
So friends, you guys tell me, is there any person in your office or maybe even personal life, right? Let's consider office where his aura, his charisma, as he walks into the room, people see him or her with respect. Do you have that kind of experience? Wow, he's come.
Subject matter experts.
They are the why, right? I have been through that a lot of, my I know one lady, namely Jean Dudenhofer, right? I mean, one of my all-time favorites. Massive. She walks into the room like a fire, like a turbulence. Complete system, a claim processing system knowledge. Oh, 25, 30 years of service. And she was luckily, she was my mentor or my boss, I can say, client boss, right, while working in that institute. Powerful. You can't mess around. My hands used to shiver when I take something for presenting. No nonsense. Good. If you are not to the point, you're gone. You go with, meaning that's fear, that is respect out of the knowledge. Right? It's not like a typical fear thing. It's more of her aura, her charisma was there. I'm sure all of you will have some kind of personalities you would have seen. Anyone who walks into the room, right? When people see that, that's because of what? Because of you like to approach him or her for something, right? What that could be.
Entering.
This is, my friends, we call that as T-shaped skills. Make a note of it. T-shaped. T for train. Right? Can you find out what T-shaped skill means? I want you guys to figure it out. Come on. Just
I
to
think I have heard about it. You have to have a very deep knowledge on your area, but then you have to have a flat, horizontal kind of knowledge in other, not silo, departments or things around you, or what other maybe in other experts are doing. So it's like umbrella knowledge you should have, your area, domain you should have deeper knowledge, something like that. So T.
Beautiful. Exactly. Right? So I would call it as a broad and deep model,
Hmm.
right? Broad is horizontal, deep is the vertical aspect, right?
Can it be called as primary, like from developer
No.
point of view,
Yeah, you
skill?
see this, right? You can, it's available everywhere in the net, right? So just to give you a quick sense of what I'm going to talk. See, this is a classic broad T shape. You saw the T, right? You see here T? Yeah. So
Hmm.
that means you are an analyst, you know how to write executable documents, business requirement, blah, blah, blah. You have a basic idea of writing unit test code, right? And then you also have some basic understanding of the UX design and also DevOps part, correct? But you are a hardcore test engineer where your deepest skill is on functional testing, writing test plan, preparing the automation scripts, all those kind of an exclusive vertical line. That's what we call it as deep. Broad is this. This is why we call it as a T-shaped skill, where you know how every other areas work, but you're deep in one area. And my friends, such deep, how can you attain this? That's where we are going towards, right? If I want to be an expert, tell me what steps I should take. You're joining an organization, any new organization, right? Doesn't matter um, the sector, right? Doesn't matter the sector. If you are joining the organization, how quickly you can get deep inside the business.
Referring the documents which is already there in the existing and also going through the website to get little higher
Website,
knowledge.
talking to people, right? Experiencing, correct, on small scales. We go step by step, isn't it? So once you get more and more deeper into the business, right? The broad is okay. You are a scrum master, you have certain roles to do, but you also know the test, writing a test case. You also know how the test cases should be. You also know how the developers are developing the code. You also know how the business analyst is preparing the requirements, pretty much everything. But the scrum master has a deeper understanding of the product or the business. He or she will shine like anything, friends. That's the T-shape I'm talking about, right? And that's what the consultative skills is all about. Now tell me, right? For you, when you said you were reviewing the documents, understanding and everything, correct? You got to know the business end to end, right?
Yes. Yes.
So how do you go gain understanding about a business? Correct? By understanding the various workflows, because everything is in integrated systems today. Right? So how do we go about it? That's what the ask is. So here, my friends, I'm going to introduce, right, something called as the first way to build, understand the knowledge about the business is by building sequence diagrams. Okay, let's start with a simple example. Then let's use some of the tools, and I'm going to make you all think in that direction. Okay, this is an individual activity. Okay, so first things first, all of you guys tell me, what is a sequence diagram? A sequence diagram is you have an object and an entity, right? For, for example, if you want to book a ticket, book a movie ticket, right? So how the sequence will be, user logs into the app, choose the movie.
Step by step.
Step by step,
sequence.
yes. Add select the movie, mention the number of seats, apply, look for coupons, make the payment, tickets released. It goes like a complete flow. So this is called as a workflow, a sequence workflow diagram. Correct? Similarly, can you tell me in steps a library? What is the typical process involved in a library? It's very
Right.
common.
Yeah, we have to go to library and then we have
User
to
walks into the
register
library,
and then register, sign their details and they enter their name and all, and then they have to pick the book, reading the
So,
book.
pick the book, look for any already checked out books, pay the fine if there is any, we have multiple options there, right? And finally, the book is checked out and he walks back. This is a simple, because we all know it's a commonsensical thing, correct? But business is not like that. Business, there is a deeper side of things, but we need to understand within that business to get a solid understanding on the business. How do we build that subject matter expertise? We start with simply the sequence diagrams of various functionalities and workflows. Now, look at what I'm doing here, friends, right? See here, this is one classic flow diagram, right? A sequence flow diagram, right? Which talks about a user, library, there is an interface, there is a library system, there is a catalog, right? These are all called as the objects, where the physical stuff, right? An interface means there is an existing entity. The user is represented like this, and then the actual activities. So where he searches for a book, the availability of the book is known, the status of the book next, look for a catalog, then the results come. See, it goes in the reverse direction now, right? And then results, then confirm if the book is available, inform the availability, then he borrows the book, borrows the book request, update the book status, and finally, after all this, the book borrowing is successful and he takes the book. Through workflows, we build our subject matter expertise. Okay.
Yes, it can.
Now my question is, if I ask you to build a sequence diagram right now, right, for your respective company, how do I build the sequence diagram? I'm going to introduce you all to a tool called Mermaid. You know what Mermaid is? See this. Okay. I am going to a mermaid is basically you all can type and see how it looks like. Right, this is how it looks like. Right, it's a completely editable. Okay, I can build a sequence diagram, user journey map, entity relationship diagram, Gantt chart, everything I want. But here we are going to focus on subject matter expertise. Now, right, I want to have, this is a simple, a simple transaction. This is a sample one, which you get by default, isn't it? Now, if you want to build a similar library, right, what we will do? Or in fact, when you joined, you saw, right, when I shared the sheet, it's not there. You go. Yeah. Okay. I think I put together a hospital-based patient data. right? When a patient visits the hospital, a typical workflow. Now, friends, if I want to have a similar library management workflows, I need to build a workflow like this in the sequence. The way how it understands is you have to put a code. You have to write a syntax like this, right? Where it tells sequence diagram, right? You just saw that. I messed up something. Give me one moment. I think I mistakenly typed something because of this showing the error. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Yeah. So you have to type something like sequence diagram, and I change it like Alice means it will be Arun, right? So it will be changing like this, right? So Arun talking to somebody, working like this, right? And there is a bunch of sequence and steps that you need to follow, right? That's what this syntax is all about. Now, how to use the AI, right? That's the question that we all will be wondering. You must be asking, hey, Arun, this is perfectly fine, right? I mean, I understand the sequence, we can draw, but me going and typing this, it's crazy, right? I have to understand these arrows, these plus signs, minus signs. It's too much of a task for me. How many of you think like that? Right? That's the catch here. So what I will do here is I go to the chat GPT, right? I'm going to say, help me prepare a sequence diagram on library flows, right? Watch me in the mermaid format. And you see what happens. The AI automatically understands the sequence, the steps that is used by the mermaid. You copy that and simply paste it. And bingo, your library is ready. Now you can go, if you feel something else to be added, you can just learn a little bit of things here and there and add, change, edit, whatever you need to do. You can save the diagram, you can bring it back, right? You can do all kind of things, right? How many of you are able to do it? Just type me in the chat box. I see a complete pin drop silence. I don't know what happened. Are you all there?
We have to do it for the lightning process.
I thought you're so immersed.
Yes.
No, we actually started thinking about how our workflow will look like.
Yeah. Ashish, Kartika, Lokesh. No, I want all me's.
Yes,
If you
I'm
don't
being long
mind.
back.
Yeah. Sometimes I become a true teacher kind. So bear with me, friends, right? I try to avoid being a teacher.
But Scrum Master is also one of the teachers.
I know, absolutely. You got to go outside of the way sometimes to bring back people together, isn't it? Yes.
So I actually used the same prompt, help me prepare a sequence diagram of library, right? In mermaid format.
Yes.
So I used it in Copilot. It's actually giving a sequence diagram to me like how it shows in the mermaid, right? Mermaid tools. It shows the same format here and gives me. Okay, it doesn't give me the code. It directly gives me the sequence diagram in mermaid format.
Oh, yeah. So you can edit it. You can ask for the code.
Or I have to mention code.
You can mention specify the syntax, in fact. Yes, thank you for this. That's fine, but give me the syntax, and then you can copy paste it because you can edit it. Otherwise, what happens is that's what one of my friend asked the question, right? If you guys want to edit and do some your own tweaks, it becomes difficult. So if you have your client name, listen, friends, right? Doesn't matter. It's open, correct? Everywhere, right? If I'm talking about Wellpoint, Anthem, normally clients I work for, I can simply ask the Chat GPT or any of the LLM, please visit www.myclientname, right? And help me, based on your understanding, prepare a sequence diagram. I'm trying to learn business on how your business runs. It will fetch you the data. It will give you the sequence diagram for you. You can try it for your client names.
I tried on Chat GPT about the domains of the bank I
domain,
work for.
anything.
It gave.
And just, yes, anything. Come back, edit it. Now imagine, friends, right? This is day one of your new job, and you're going with a solid understanding of the client's business and presenting it, how they will look at you. That's the kind of charisma we want to build.
I had tried it for the agile process, so I can show my diagram.
Okay. Yeah. Show me, all of you guys, share your screens and show me how it has come out with. Okay, product owner, Scrum Master, all right.
It's very small to see.
Code, right? Now you can do all editing, tweaking, correct? Now you can present this onto the digital board. You take your marker, go and start discussing with your team. That's how you build your aura. When you stand tall in front of the people, explaining with confidence about the business.
And we have an option here to use the AI as well. I don't know how can
You have to pay for it. That is the next part, right? Right now, what I did, I use behind the scenes work, meaning I use ChatGPT to Mermaid. If you go with Mermaid AI, you just have to pay the fee and extract it directly at the site itself.
Okay, share. Now, if I have to share this, I have to share it through the link only. Or we can also download it.
You can download, edit, do whatever you want. Yeah. So these are tricks. These are some of the tricks which I adopt usually.
Where is the option to download? I didn't find it.
There is a, let me see. You might have to sign in.
I signed in.
Okay.
There is an option of export on the three dots, which are the three lines besides project.
Project? Okay.
Yeah, there is an option of export.
Okay. PNG.
Export the three lines. Yes, that's right. So you can sign in.
Trying to see how does that export. Yeah, I think this is good. Stop sharing it. Thank you.
It's actually very less priced, Even the Pro, this comes with somewhere 600 rupees per month.
How long we can use these applications as free? So even yesterday when I typed it something in one of the application, it was saying like it is thinking. So there is no response after that. It is recommending me to go for the pro version. So is it anything 1 month based or something we can
So
use
there
it?
are multiple approaches that people do, right? Some sites will give you free for limited time, meaning all access, free for limited time, 14 days, 30 days, whatever, according to their tool, the product company. Then comes another people who will say that um, it's free, but you have to use tokens. You have to buy just the tokens for that limited time, right? The next is a subscription model, right? Where if you're using this for free, you can continuously use it no matter, but every day there will be limitations. You cannot add more requests, even in Julius now, right? If you continuously prompt, at some stage it will say, no, your time out for this day. So they will set a limitation on
For
your
a day.
usage for a day.
It is based on login email ID or it is based on the system IP as well? Because
No,
it
no.
is
Login ID. Yeah, people have become
email
more
ID.
smart. Yeah. These days they have got more smart. They will analyze from which IDs you're signing in and all those from the IP address. They have a bunch of parameters. Yeah. They will. Yeah.
Login ID is the easiest.
Huh?
Login ID is the easiest, right? If I use my like in my phone, if I use a different email and then I have when I logged in with that email, I can use there. Then when they are cutting me out, I can come back and use it here.
You can explore
Or
whatever.
I can do that in my laptop also. Use two different email IDs and then use it.
See, my point is, suppose if any tool is so useful for you, it was really help because end of the day, it all depends upon person to person. If you find a tool is very useful, go for it, buy it. I can show you some of the tools which I use it, and I purchased that personally as well, right? I can demonstrate that for that I use for PowerPoint presentations building because I deliver a lot of workshops, so I need to create contents and everything, correct? So I bought those kind of licenses, and as I said, I'm a very big visual guy, so I like to model things in a usual format. So I have some tools specific to that. If anyone who's interested in that, I can model because that's not part of the subject core content here, Scrum Master. But since I connect people, it's a person to person connect, right? I don't consider you guys as just the customers or audience. All that's the reason for me. It's all about relationships, right? So we'll stay connected throughout, right? It's a new bunch of people wherever I go. If I happen to meet you, nothing like it, over a cup of coffee, wherever lunch. I do that a lot. Now, that's why I prefer a lot of offline workshops. It's so mesmerizing for me. But I get personal. That's the nature that I am. So to that extent, I invest a lot on these tools as such. So you can anytime, sometimes people create groups and all those. So always, I'm available at a phone call away, chat, WhatsApp, everything. We'll share the contacts and everything.
You can share with us like whatever the tools related important ones and details and
Yeah, so if there is
whatever
any
they need.
specific need you guys have, which is closer to what I do, right? I can very well share that, not a problem.
Yeah. And Arun, one more
In
question.
that context, sorry.
Mhm.
No, I was thinking in that context, should we have a WhatsApp group for this
Yeah, if any one of you want to,
group
right?
with
I know people create, but anyone is interested, stay in touch as a group. That's perfectly fine. I have no hesitation. Just that, yes,
and you will be there as well anyways.
yeah,
So with any new tools or anything we can discuss.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
what is that you have shared here? Yeah.
Yeah, Arun, I have a question. So, right now we had explored it with the Excel data. If we wanted to present something, we will use the tools, right? But as a Scrum Masters, we use the real-time data of the Jira or Azure DevOps. How can we use that data and then create the dashboard? Because I do create the dashboards using the Azure DevOps. I feel Azure DevOps is much more comfortable compared to Jira. So, Jira has a predefined set of gadgets to pick it up and then create it automatically. But with querying and based on the requirement, is there any easiest way to do the dashboards which is there in the backlogs and the sprint wise charts to prepare it?
So Jira itself, it comes with an AI features now, right? There is an AI insight, Atlassian intelligence,
Mm,
right? This whole, I'll be covering a little bit towards the end. Okay. I'll
sure,
talk
that's
about
great. I
the
think that is
Jira. Yeah.
most important
Yeah,
for
I'll
the
show
Scrum
you,
Master.
some, it is still evolving, Kartika, right? It's not a complete product yet, but this whole product of Atlassian, Jira is Atlassian product, Confluence, isn't it? You all are
Yes.
familiar with that. Now, they have come out with something called as Atlassian Intelligence. They are trying to bring AI into their products. So I can, I can, during that limited time, I can quickly show you around how that tool, because Jira as a tool, it's not available for free, many of you, right? So, it's only if
It's a
you're part of
paid
the
tool.
yeah, it's only if you're part of the organizations that we can leverage. So I can probably, spend some time around that too as well.
I think most of the team members, most of the companies are using either Jira or Azure DevOps. We can help us to see how better we can use the AI internally and then create the
Internal, huh?
dashboards and outcomes.
Dashboards, correct, correct,
So
correct.
that's I'm more interested about it. That's the main motive for me to join to this
No, no, no,
class.
absolutely. That
Yeah,
is also
thank you.
something we can leverage, right? See, end of the day, it is a holistic learning, right? So do not never restrict yourself with one area. No, I'm not just saying you, right? I'm saying to everybody that one mistake we all try to do is you pick one aspect of it and then focus on that. No, because in that case, what happens is your focus area will be only purely based on one or two tools. We need to know what are all the tools and how all those use cases can be developed and created. So that gives a broader spectrum of things and how your approach towards that in any context, right? It's a jack of all trades kind of a story. All right, it builds that kind of thing. Okay, friends, I know time for the first post break, right?